Chillax,
Yeah?
I have a story, and usually you'd find this really funny, but now that you're straight, I don't want you to be upset or feel attacked.
Okay.
Curtis and I went on a hike because I'm very athletic. I don't know if you know that, but I
Yeah.
love, oh my God, when I run. And there were two guys in front of us, and they were walking kind of slow. Based on their body language and what they were wearing, really low basketball shorts for no reason, because it was kind of cold today, we knew they were straight. And just like how they were interacting with each other was just very clear they were straight. And then as we got closer, one of them says something about fucking so many girls and making mad coin. They were both white and British, by the way.
Oh, they're British in basketball shorts?
Yeah, fucking bitches in it. And the other one's going, Okay, stereotypes are dangerous, but they do exist for a reason. They were the most, like, regular, grody straight guys I've ever seen. Like, just seeing them from a distance, I was like, yeah, those guys are straight. And then hearing how they interacted with each other, and then a car was trying to get by because we were at the bottom of the hill. They had no idea. Completely unaware that they're standing in the middle of the road.
Oh,
Completely unaware.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we
Well,
hit
I think
'em.
that's just kind of a man thing.
If you have a straight man in your life, number one, I'm sorry. But number two, just tell him to get out of the road.
No.
Or tell him to get in the road.
Yeah.
We'll take care of the rest. Da-da-da-da-da-da.
I don't think I'm straight because the person who has my affections right now is trans non-binary.
Then you are making God angry. That's what you can say your sexuality is.
I'm back to making God angry.
Ugh, thank God. You made him too happy too quick. Hello, Governor. Welcome to I Make Joe.
In my homosexual opinion.
I'm Darby, isn't it?
And I'm Alexis P. Bevels, the P today stands for poor Professor Higgins. That's from a hit musical called My Fair Lady.
You know-
I was in 2 productions of that.
What'd you play? Background pieces?
In the first time I played, I was in the quartet, and we sang All I Want Is a Room. So why did I sound like a vampire when I did that?
Because
I
you
sounded
were-
like Dracula.
Well, wasn't that the one where everyone was a vampire?
It
in
was
that
a
one? And
so
she-
it was My Fair Lady, but the lady was a lady and everyone else was a vampire.
It was Twilight with music.
I would have been happy to die to be in that production.
I would be happy for you to die there too.
If I died, I would become a vampire and then I would haunt you forever, vampire style.
They don't haunt.
They track.
That's okay. I find myself
Okay, and
very
the second,
attracted.
and then the second time is the one where the girl got caught in the curtain.
That's the best one. Why didn't you
Yeah.
lead with that?
Well, that was the second one. I was going in historically chronological order.
If you're keeping up at home with your Alexis Bevels theater history,
I got yelled at during that production
why?
because
Did you deserve it?
there were like tea cakes or something. There was like some stuff that the cast had to eat on stage, and then there was like a bunch of other stuff. One time I snuck a cookie, and it happened to be the time that one of the tech guys was there, and he yelled at me.
Oh, but
He should have yelled at me. I shouldn't eat the cookie, but
theater tech people, they have rules. They have a strict code of conduct,
Yeah.
okay? And they follow it. And that's how we all stay safe.
Yeah.
And that's why we strike. Do you know who sang the My Fair Lady part? Obviously, it wasn't Audrey Hepburn. Marnie Nixon.
Marnie Nixon.
She sang for The King and I. She was just kind of the,
She was the
go-to singer
Yeah.
for all the like big movie musicals.
Yeah.
It's my boy last name is Nixon, so I've always thought that was
And
really
that's why you
fun.
got named after her?
We're not, yeah, my boy name is Marnie. Did I not tell you that? We're not related, but,
You both sing.
and I sing over people.
Yeah. Why wasn't she ever the star? Why was she just the voice behind the star?
You know, some people just don't have the it factor. They just have
Yeah.
other factors, like Max. Let's go to the UK, okay?
Yes.
Go to the UK.
Let's
okay?
go back across the pond to talk to our lady dearies.
Now, unfortunately, we
We-
begin this episode. We're mourning the death of Banksy.
Yeah, I don't
was
like
tough.
that.
That
That's
was
tough.
Now, I do want to
Bankrupt.
Thank you. I do want to keep her a part of the IMHO lore. So I guess we could just start a new segment called, What do you think Banksy's doing right now?
What time is it there?
It's like 8 hours ahead of us. So it's
Okay,
like
so it's
early morning.
9:30 here now, which means it's probably 9:30 there in the
5:30.
morning. Huh?
5:30.
Oh, 5:30 in the afternoon.
She hasn't gone to bed yet.
I think she is probably sitting down.
Okay. That's crazy you said that. I think she's probably laying down. What if she's kind of half reclined, so we're both right?
Oh, she's definitely in a hammock.
This is a big episode. It is Snatch Game!
We're just getting right into it, right? There was no mini challenge.
No, there wasn't a mini challenge.
Yeah.
I like that though. When we have big episodes, let's just move past it. I don't need you to pass a purse or whatever the fuck they did. So I'm glad that they didn't do that.
Passivers.
What? That's what they did.
Passivers.
Remember that dumb game?
Oh, yeah.
Somebody called into work that day. They called in sick, so they had to make some up.
Can I be honest? I didn't know any of them except for
You didn't know
Robin
any
Williams.
of them?
I knew Robin Williams. Oh, guys, I knew Dionne Warwick.
Was that a fart or was she groaning?
I think she was groaning.
I do want to say overall though, can I say this?
Speak.
I love these girls.
Speak.
I'm loving this season. I really am.
Yeah.
This was not a good Snatch Game. To me. For me.
No.
Not of me.
No.
You're crushing my heart.
Sorry.
You poked my heart. The Snatch Game was fine. This was a fine Snatch Game. I had a few soft giggles. I don't know that I was like laughing out loud. I didn't... Well, we'll talk about it.
We're going to start with Ginger Johnson. She was Dame Barbara Cartland.
Dame Barbara Cartland was a sexy sex love novelist. She wrote like 700.
Oh, she was in erotic literature.
Yeah, she was so horny. Funny. It was funny.
Yeah, she was funny.
She looked great. It was very, like dirty grandma. That's always funny.
Yeah.
I don't know that I laughed out loud, but I certainly smiled. And she was consistent. And that's what you want in a Snatch Game. Every time they were like, well, let's go to Barbara, I knew at least we'd be going,
Yeah. Kate Butch as Kate Bush. I actually thought she was funny.
I did too. I really loved the take on it. First of all, I love that her name is Kate Butch and she decided to do Kate Bush. I loved that.
Yeah.
Also, really funny, that really gross wig is probably just one that she wears normally. And she's like, I'll put a stick in it.
Yeah.
So that's funny to me. I know my wigs are... I put them through a lot, okay? And I just like that she was like, I'm just gonna have like a crazy Cockney accent and live in the woods. Funny.
Tamara Thomas as Robin Williams as Mrs. Doubtfire. This was unhinged.
During the Rue walk around, for whatever reason, Rue was on one during the walk around.
Yeah.
She asks her to do a Southern accent, a Southern American accent.
And she does a funny Southern accent.
Not great, but fine.
Made you laugh.
It made Rue, though, piss herself. So Tamara's like, okay, I've got to work in a Southern American accent somehow. She does initially, and it does not go well. Everyone's like, what the fuck was that? And then she goes, I don't know what that was. The voices in my head got out or something. And because it was so unhinged, it worked.
It worked.
She kept going to that insane place. I guess I did laugh.
I did laugh.
I did laugh.
But again, not because of anything she intended.
Oh, no. It was because it was such a fucking funny mess.
There's
Loved it.
impact and there's intention. And her intentions were to be funny. And the impact was that she was funny.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good then. It worked out.
Caramel as Dionne Warwick. She did a really nice, safe job, I
She
feel.
looked great.
Oh, she looked amazing.
I love that she wore a flipper. I felt like the Vivian was back. I love watching the Dionne Warwick skits on SNL. I think she's a really great character because she's really no nonsense, which I love. And sure, was it good? Was it great? It was fine. Rue was setting her up for a lot of jokes, and I just feel like she never really took them. And at one point, Rue even finished the joke for her. So...
yeah.
It was
but
safe.
you know what? She didn't do bad.
She just didn't do great.
Michael Maruli as Catherine Tate as Bernie the nurse as Derek Faye.
Yeah, remember? She switches characters in the
She
middle.
switches characters, yeah.
Do you know Catherine Tate?
I'm aware.
She's legendary. She's lately been coming across my FYP a lot on TikTok. I've been getting a lot of old clips from the Catherine Tate show. I hadn't seen those characters, but I know that she has a lot of characters. Now, listen, comedy is different in different places, okay?
Yeah.
Catherine Tate's sense of humor, from my understanding, is very British humor. It's very slapstick, like over-the-top character stuff.
I feel like she's more say ridiculous things, keep a straight face afterwards.
But she does zany characters.
Yeah, she does.
So...
yeah, she does.
That's not quite my kind of humor, but... okay. You know when we're watching these international franchises and we're not exactly sure if we should be laughing or not?
Yeah.
What I did was I looked at the players, the guest judges.
The people around.
And they were laughing. They
So
were
then you
laughing
knew-
really hard at Catherine
Okay,
Tate.
so
So by the distributive property, consecutive, constructive.
So it was like by that, it's kind of signaled your brain to know that you should be laughing
Right.
too.
That I knew that Michael was doing a good job. So good on ya.
Yeah. Dee Dee Licious was Lady Colin Campbell.
Lady
More
C.
specifically, Lady C in I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here or whatever.
Yeah, I found it really strange because she was on I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here because she's a celebrity. That was such a short moment in her life.
So maybe to translate it, it would be as if you were to do, okay, let me come up with a metaphor. I'm going to come up with a metaphor.
Okay, I'll talk while you're
Or
thinking.
a simile.
Okay, I'll talk while you're looking up what
Yeah.
a simile is. She's very much still in the lexicon. She makes fucking gossip videos. Just to choose a random thing that she did.
It's like saying RuPaul from AJ and the Queen.
Well, that's just mean.
You're not going to start with like the other things RuPaul's done?
Yeah, and
you're just going to
stick in
say
it.
that. In the timeline from
know.
here to here, you're only going to do this much.
Yeah, there's other stuff. Do this part and then this part.
Take a little. I'm going to take some from over here. And then,
You know what?
excuse me, I'm going to take some of those.
I'm gonna take some of this.
Okay.
I
gonna
take from
some.
below.
And then what I have is a smorgasbord.
I have a full Lady C in my hand.
And then you just throw it up in the air and you see what sticks.
Laugh, laugh. Yeah, it was a bummer.
And finally, Vicky Vivacious as Fanny Craddock. Now, I didn't laugh. I thought she looked great. Vicky, shut down this episode.
Yeah,
She wasn't so vivacious.
I never really quite connected with her personality.
I did, especially the horny parts of her personality.
Well, Avi. But she looked great. She really did. She looked great. She just, she completely froze and super shut down, which is not at all what I was expecting.
What you want to do on the Snatch
Well,
Game.
yeah, it's very not recommended. But it's not at all what I expected from her.
You want to do this. You want to snatch game.
That's about as funny as Vicky was.
Thank you.
It was tough to watch.
It was tough. I think she wanted to go home and fuck all those people from her town.
Fuck all those people from her town.
Well, she loves Pete Elvis.
That's true.
Thuggin'.
Let's go to the runway now that Snatch Game is dead and buried. First up, RuPaul in a green screen dress. Bitch, you know what people are going to do with that on the internet. She's like, I'm ready to be a meme. I'm ready. What should we put on her dress? We should put us. You're looking up at her, I'm looking down. It's like you're looking at her boobies and I'm looking at, I guess, her feet. Nice feet. Really great feet.
Hi.
I love your feet.
I like your titties.
Feet pick. So the category was heart on.
Oh, that's why you're wearing this.
You really did forget this entire episode.
I watched it
A week
the
ago.
day it came out.
Yeah, you watched it
A
long time
week ago.
Yeah. We're just going to go in the order that the internet has for us. Thank you, by the way, Drag Race UK, for putting all the looks on Instagram. It really bores Alexis to tears when
I'm
you do that.
so sorry. It
No,
was
it's fine,
a
I'm kidding.
long day.
Let's start with Caramel.
Fuck. I got a hard on.
And she ate it. She took our heart out and she ate it. This was so good. Just from top to bottom, everything fucking matches.
This was really good.
And her walk is kind of unreal. I was so impressed, as
Yeah.
I always am with her.
Yeah.
Then we had Michael Maruli.
Michael
See,
Maruli
okay.
was a black heart in chains.
Let me do my Michael Maruli. Am I Michael Maruli?
Yeah.
I really dug this look. I
Yeah,
gotta be
fun,
honest. I didn't
fun.
understand why the bottom looked like that. Why was it like that? It was so flappy. You don't want your heart to flap at the bottom. I loved the makeup.
The valves, the
True,
aortic
you do
valve.
need those. And I loved the story that, bald, and he likes that now. I did notice that his lips formed a heart, but I noticed it later when they were talking because the entire time he was on the runway, Michael Maruli. The entire time she was on the runway, her mouth was open. And I was like, what the fuck is that?
That's a bag of chips move.
Then we had Tamara Thomas.
She looked really
Oh
good.
my God.
She looked so fucking good.
First of all, she comes out and I'm like, okay, she's a sexy nurse. Her legs look great.
Yeah, and then
she reveals and her heart slings out and she's carrying her heart and it is perfectly stoned. Her body looked incredible.
Her titties were like detachable heart valves or whatever.
I can't handle.
Yeah, excuse me.
I gotta be honest, I
Excuse
did
me.
not expect to fall in love with her.
Yeah.
I think she is incredible at Drag Race.
Yeah.
I think she's really good at this show.
I think she's super good at it.
I'm so impressed, and I'm just so happy for her. Listen, I'm strong enough to say that I'm not threatened. I'm just old. Then we had Vicky Vivacious.
Oh, I loved this.
This was so cool.
It was like Queen of Hearts.
This was so cool.
Meets Queen Elizabeth Taylor or whatever.
I loved the heart shoulders. I loved it all.
I loved the coat.
The chacote, me too. It was
Oh,
all
the boots are
good.
with the pants. Or no, they're separate.
The boots are with the pants.
I didn't know if it was one of those where it was like boots and
Oh,
pants.
the boots are with the pants.
Boots and pants together.
The boots with the pants. It was an apple bottom jeans reference. Then we had Ginger Johnson, and I gotta say, this was my favorite look. This was so cool.
She was a heart.
She was a fucking real heart.
She put the heart on.
It's camp. It's science.
It's anatomically correct.
And I love a fluffy stuff. I like when it's stuffed and it looks, and you can touch it.
You like texture. You
do.
like shape.
I do.
You like,
I do.
Hearts.
Anatomy. I like when people have a heart. When they
Yeah.
don't, they're very quiet. Then we had Dee Dee. Now, couple things. Like that she didn't wear the bib again. She did look a lot younger.
She did.
Which is great.
Hair's a little flat.
The hair was so
Hair's a little flat for me. Yeah.
What a bummer. And then she did just glue hearts to the corset. After seeing Tamara's heart corset, to then just have like a red corset with what are really cool hearts. Again, they are texture, they're fluffy, I touch.
And there
It's
was
cool.
arrows through it.
Yeah.
There was arrows through it that were chopsticks.
Which is funny. It just, she didn't quite do enough. Which is
She-
surprising because she makes stuff for the runway. Like she made stuff for Crystal Versace. She can make stuff for herself. So what happened? Maybe it was a situation where she just ran out of time. And
Yeah.
Like this was kind of an afterthought look.
It was hardly a top.
Thank you.
I contributed. And then we've got Kate Butch. Now listen, I've really come to love her,
I love her.
but this was a disappointment. It's cute, and I like the cutout butt.
She wore a t-shirt. That was a t-shirt. You wore a t-shirt on the runway. That's
Yeah.
a bummer. To her credit, she has said, and I think she said this last week, I brought what I brought. She can only take in the notes so much because, again, she brought what she brought. It's got to be really tough to
Bring all those things.
and to bring them to the runway. 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 When everyone else is doing such incredible looks, and there you are in a sailor costume, and you have to walk the runway and like act happy.
Would I wear this? 100%. I like the hair.
I think Kate Butch is going to have a glow up. I really do. And you can already tell her makeup is changing. I like that she's challenging herself.
Yeah.
It's a bummer. It's a bummer that she's kind of stuck with what she brought.
Yeah.
I mean, Kate Butch, if you're watching,
We love you.
we love you. You're not ugly. Fucking stop saying that.
Oh, yeah.
But the runways. Okay?
that one wasn't.
You're
that
brave.
one-
You're
yeah.
brave. That's courageous.
That one was a
Be
a sinker.
strong and take courage. Do you know that song? It's church.
No, but that's beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So we do get a winner. The winner is,
Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba.
for the second week in a row, Ginger Johnson.
Congratulations, Ginger Johnson.
She's got two.
She's got two
Back
repeat
to back.
advantages.
Back to
and
back.
One of them is the Snatch Game. Was a very important part of history.
Listen,
Wait a
Ginger
minute,
Johnson
you know?
is a force.
She's a front runner.
I did not know that we were going to get such an incredible showing
Also,
from
respectfully,
this gorgeous
respectfully,
person. Hot.
attractive.
We say that every episode.
You know what? I want it to be heard.
Okay. We hear ya.
So we have a bottom two. They're Dee Licious and Vicky Vivacious. And this is tough. Vicky did do bad in the Snatch Game, but her runway is really good and she's been really solid the whole rest of the competition.
I
And
also want to see
Dee-
more from her.
I want to see more from her too.
Not necessarily in the challenges. I haven't loved her in the challenges, but I do want to see more of her runways. And you know how I feel about Dee Dee, and I'm sorry. I know, I think I even started out this whole series with like, she's only 20, we have to be nice to her. And I haven't been. But
Yeah.
I'm dealing with that. I have therapy tomorrow. I'll
Yeah.
talk about it. They do the lip sync, and
It's Licious versus Vivacious.
and Vicky did seem to kind of check out a little.
Well, that's what I was saying. I think she checked out this entire episode. Like, I don't know if she just...
Felt so
It
defeated.
got to her. She
Yeah.
didn't seem like her normal Vivacious...
But then Dee Dee took off
Vicky.
the
She seemed like a Vicky
corset
type.
to reveal to just like a kind of satiny thing that kept falling down. So I didn't understand why she did that. But was she entertaining? Yeah. She was.
She's got a good little lip sync skills.
So
we need to put her up against
surprisingly,
Caramel or Tamar Thomas.
We are saying goodbye to Vicky Vivacious.
We're saying...
Isn't that crazy?
We're saying,
goodbye.
No, there's a V word that's like... We're saying au revoir to Vicky Vivacious.
You said there's a V word, and you said au revoir. Au revoir. Starts with an A. Okay,
Is this start with an A or an O?
I think it's an A. A-U? Is that not right?
I think this is an Elijah Dushku moment.
Okay, fine. Fucking, let's talk about it. Let's fucking talk about it. Okay? I wasn't saying that Eliza Dushku is not known. Of course I know who she is, but I know her by her face. I didn't know her by her name, okay? And I think a lot of you who were saying that you know who Eliza is, which I'm really happy you do, I think a lot of you had the benefit of hearing us talk about the name to say, of course I know that name. Because I don't know that everyone actually knows the name, but they do know her face. And yes, I get it. She's iconic, and I love that for her. And I loved her in Bring It On. I didn't watch Buffy. I didn't watch it, okay? I loved her in True Lies. Don't throw True Lies in my face. It's one of my favorite movies. Don't throw that in my face, okay? But I knew she was in that because I know her face.
She was the daughter.
I know her face.
She was the daughter.
I just didn't know her last name.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry. Dushku is funny. Listen.
Is that why you had such a bad day on Monday?
When Paula made the TikTok and she picked the Eliza Dushku moment, I did have a thought of like, oh no, this could go badly. And it did. The amount of people who were like, Darby can be wrong sometimes. No, I can't. You heard my words wrong. You heard my words wrong. You Dushku'd them. You Dushku'd them. And that's okay. I'm hot. I'm getting hot.
You are always hot when you wear it. Eliza, darling, if you're out there, we'd love to have you on the show.
So I just want to say, apologies to Eliza Dushku.
And we'd love for you to be a guest star on guest judge on. She was a guest judge on RuPaul's Drag Race in one of the early seasons.
I saw that in like 20 comments. Yes, I did.
Yes.
Why did I pick that video to read the comments? I'm an idiot.
You're
my
not
apologies.
An idiot, you're a Dushku.
I'm sweaty. Please don't touch me. So my apologies to Eliza and to all the Dushkus.
Yeah.
I asked for your forgiveness, and I promise never to Dushku again.
Yeah.
So
that's the end of the episode. It was another great episode in the UK, and we want to thank you all for joining us.
Back-to-back weeks of shocking eliminations.
Yeah. What's going on? Hey, BBC. Hey, Rue Peter. Hey, Graham. Hey, Michelle. Hey, what was the other one? Alan.
You know, Alan's going to be here.
Oh, I can't. I'm so... I would love to.
Great. If you would like more of this, you hit subscribe and notification bell.
If you would like even more and more of this, go to patreon.com/IMHO the show.
If you want Cameo, go there.
Get a Shameo.
No, that's Shameo, IMHOshow.com.
And if you'd like merch, go to dragqueenmerch.com. You know what? We're still workshopping. Darby.
What?
You okay?
Oh, shit. Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay.
Thank you, everyone.
Oh, Darby.
I'm okay.
Did you forget something, though?
I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
I'm so sorry. So during the walk-arounds, Rue was chatting with...
Why would you...
I thought you really wanted to deep dive into Rue kind of laughing. Oh, no, okay, I'm sorry.
Will you just ask me UK?
Yeah.
Okay.
Alexis?
Yeah.
Alexis? Alexis?
Yeah.
Ooh. Ooh, you can't. Ooh, you can't.
Ew, 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 ew.
You told me to ask. You didn't tell me how.
You just touched my leg.
Okay.
I'm uncomfortable.
Hot.
I am okay.
That feels like something you have to tell yourself a lot. That's funny.
I am doing okay. I feel bad.
Okay.
I am doing okay.
I saw a TikTok. Okay, so it's science about, and I mean, this isn't a new concept. It just was a reminder. You have to train your brain to have better thoughts because, you know, our bodies, we do what our brain says we do. If you say that like, oh, I feel kind of sick. If your brain has that thought, then like your tummy can start to hurt. You know, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Placebo, you heard of that?
Placebo.
And I am trying to be a little more aware. Like I'm trying to catch myself when I'm really, like yesterday, okay, vulnerable. I had a down day. I had a really down day yesterday. I don't know why. I don't know what happened. I just think sometimes it happens, you know?
Yeah.
You ebb and flow. If you don't have the lows, the highs
can't
won't
have
feel
the
good,
highs.
you know? So I was having a low, and I wasn't being very nice to myself in my head. And I spent a lot of time stopping myself and be like, no, you're beautiful. You're so good at this. And everyone thinks that you're good.
They do.
But then I took a gummy and I was fine.
Oh, yeah. I saw a TikTok today that was like, everyone will find you more magnetic, attractive if you just go around acting like everything happens for you.
Well, yeah, main character syndrome.
Main character, yeah, we've talked about this.
I'm the main character in your story.
And I'm the side character in your story.
You're
Together
kind of
we
a guest
are
star in my story.
Co-stars.
I'm not sure about that.
Co-stars.
Well, we'll talk about it.
You and I together, like Laverne and Shirley.
Okay, I think I have told you about this before, but I have an update. There is this fucking squirrel, okay? I know I've told you all about him. It's
The
this fat
rabid
fucking squirrel. He's so scary, and somewhere in Studio City, someone's giving him fucking peanuts. And because our rooftop, we have styled it beautifully, he likes to eat his peanuts on our couch.
Well, that's why.
And he leaves the shells because he's an asshole. Anyway, but if we're up there in the morning, before he jumps down to the couch, he sees us, he just starts ticking his tail and making like this like noise. I go inside. I get scared. Listen, you don't know what animals do. And Curtis has to like, he gets pillows and he beats them together and he's like screaming and he's clapping his hands and the thing will just sit there and go. Does anyone speak squirrel? What's this? Anyway, the last 3 days in a row.
Try me, motherfucker.
The last 3 days in a row, it's been that. It scares the fuck out of me. I see those videos of people in the woods who make friends with squirrels. This squirrel, it's harmed people. And it wants to harm again.
It's gonna come for you.
Well, not unless I send for it. See you next week.